Most speakers leave the stage with applause, but the best ones, they leave with lives changed, lives transformed. Here's how to become unforgettable. Now, there's this concept of storytelling, and then there's this concept of story selling. Nothing wrong with that. Remember, selling is inviting people into the transformation that they say they want for themselves. Story selling is this really powerful methodology of selling by using stories to engage your audience and to drive inspired action. So, how do you do that? Number one, you want to make sure that your stories are tactile, they have feelings, they evoke thoughts, they evoke emotions. Your clients, anyone that you've ever worked with, if you've already had clients, they have experiences, real life experiences. So, number one, use client testimonials, but don't call them client testimonials. Like, I have a client testimonial for you. No. I want to share a story about Sarah with you. Sarah was. And tell us the client's state of mind, where they were, so that the audience can relate to Sarah based on what she was, her desires, her intentions, her dreams, her struggles, her setbacks, her action steps, and then what was her breakthrough? Now, they may not have had Sarah's breakthrough yet, but they've had her thoughts, her dreams, her desires, her challenges, her setbacks. And now the breakthrough is what they want. So show the experience of a client. Give that client a name. Sarah has 3 children. Sarah worked for 10 years. Like, give the character in your story life, and then talk about the journey. Second, focus on the audience. So just know it's not about you. Like, speaking is the message coming through you. You're the messenger. And it really is more about the message than the messenger, right? So it's not about you. It's about delivering a transformation for the audience. Now, let me just say this. Transformation doesn't come in a keynote. The invitation to transformation comes in a keynote. But your job is to open up such a new possibility for them that they want to run no matter what, move the mountain into that invitation that you're giving them before you close. So focus on them. What is it that they're needing, they're desiring? What mountains are they climbing over? And make it about their journey. Number 3, measure success by actions. When there's a great speech, it isn't about audience enjoyment solely. That's important, but action is the measure of success. Like, literally, Joan Baez says action is the antidote for despair. Lisa Nichols says action is the prescription for success. Action is at the core of everything. So it blows my mind when people said, how did you do? And I hear the speaker go, I think I did great. I always want to say, how do you know you did great? Are they taking action? Action is a great measurement. And so be bold enough to invite your audience into action. And action isn't always buy this. Action could be type this below, fill out this form, go to my site. Action is anything that causes the room to be in movement. Great measurement. And then your next is to drive engagement. Ask thought-provoking questions. Remember that you want your experience, whether you're on camera like this, or whether you're in a live room, or whether you're in at a Zoom event, no matter how you're speaking, you want to have dialogue. The world wants dialogue, not a monologue. So hold back from talking at your audience and have a conversation with your audience, even if you're the only one speaking. You want to ask thought-provoking questions. You want to use audience interaction techniques like raise your hand if this feels like this works for you. Raise your hand if you've ever been here, or type yes in, type Yana. On my campus, we do Yana all the time. Y-A-N-A. You are not alone. Y-A-N-A. You are not alone. Matter of fact, if you've experienced anything that I've said already, type Yana in comments for me. Yana, you are not alone. Use the things that causes them to be in relationship with you. Then they're not meeting someone from a distance or formal. They're meeting a friend that happens to also be positioned to be their coach, to be their teacher. And my next, you want to use a clear formula. Effective story selling actually follows a structure. And what I love about a formula or a blueprint or a system is that it's like the bumper rails at the bowling alley. You know, I use the bumper rails at the bowling alley to make sure my ball gets down to the end and it hits the cones. So structure and a blueprint is like your bumper rails. It makes sure you can land the plane. So let me give you some structure for story selling. Number one, state the problem. What's the problem? And state it in such a way that your audience, they're nodding. They're not, yep, that's my problem. They have to agree that the problem you're stating is actually their problem. Identify 3 challenges that are attached to that problem. Make sure you're engaging the audience. This is a dialogue versus a monologue. Offer the solution and make sure that you offer the solution in steps and in bite-sized pieces that they can consume, which takes us to 5. Engage again with action steps. Oh, give your audience the gift of something to do. Don't leave them just sitting in passive learning. Let them be active learners. Invite them to be active learners because, like I said, action is the antidote for their despair and action is the prescription for their success. You want to sail through. You want to invite them into radical action. I love using the phrase now, I'm going to invite you to work with me because I know on the other side of the work we'll do together that you'll have that result that you're looking for. Like, be that okay with it. Make recommendations. Make recommendations of what they can do and frame your offers in such a way that it's an invitation to them. It's not a hard, slimy sell. Let me start with this. Let me just stop right here and give you this. Assume your audience is brilliant. They don't need a shtick. They don't need that. They don't need you to trick them. That's actually insulting. But assume that they're brilliant. They're just working through the things that they're working through. So make recommendations, extend invitations rather than a hard pitch sale. Remember, if you don't like hard pitches, then they won't like hard pitches. So here's the deal. If you're ready to feel more confidence in yourself and speak at a whole nother level of possibility, if you're willing to remove any doubt that you may have about what you're capable of and what you're capable of producing in you and in the lives of others, if that's an interest to you, then I want to help you get there. I'm in a season of unlocking as many possibilities for as many people as possible and giving as many people the secret sauce and taking them behind the black curtain and helping to solve problems and helping to create possibility with leaders and game changers and gladiators who want to help this world be as beautiful as it can be. That's the season I'm in. So in Speak for Ultimate Impact and Profit, I'll guide you step by step, that blueprint I told you about, those bumper rails I told you about, on how to craft your message, how to redefine your delivery, how to show up and be unforgettable, not a carbon copy of someone else, but an unforgettable version of you to allow your true presence and true essence to come through and your leadership to show. Listen, the reality is you don't need to be perfect. If you did, I wouldn't be qualified for the job. You just need to be ready. And you just need to be connected to someone who will hold your hand and give you the blueprint and the structure to get there sooner, quicker, faster. So if you're ready to impact the room, if you're ready to inspire the people, if you're ready to transform lives, then I'm ready to show you how. I've been getting ready for you for a long time. Are you ready for me? To learn more, click the link in the description, and I cannot wait to serve you. I'll see you on the inside.